Hi everyone, so I'm going to try not to talk too much because we have a lot to cover. Today we're going to unbox the Heavy Mando from the Mandalorian TV show. So when this figure first went on pre-order, I did not pre-order it because I wasn't sure if I wanted it. I know it looks great, but it's a character that is a very minor character so far in the TV show. He was in maybe 2 episodes. And I also have the Black Series figure, which is a phenomenal Black Series figure. Finally put this on pre-order about a month and a half ago, and I'm glad I did because just came in from UPS on Friday, and the same day that I got this figure, it went on waitlist at Sideshow. What does that mean? Well, it means if you want this figure and you want to order it, you have to go on a waitlist, and there's a possibility you're not going to get it. So very happy to have this figure. What I've seen so far of it, it looks phenomenal, but now I have it in hand. So let's get out of the box first, and then we will do some poses. Okay, so I already removed it from the brown shipping box. That wasn't very exciting. So anyway, so here's the cover of the art box. So looking pretty awesome. I love this new little cardboard they're putting now on these Hot Toys figures. And then here is the rest of the cover art. So I actually think this is the actual figure, not just a picture of the Heavy Mando from the TV show. It's actually the actual figure, what it looks like. So let's take this part out here. And then, like every other Hot Toys figure, artwork is always amazing on these figures, on these boxes. And I think this is actually the figure. And if it is, I'm getting really excited right now because it's looking really awesome. So let's take that cover off here. All right, and then we're gonna get to the good stuff. Well, that was the good stuff, but the even better stuff. So here's all the pieces that we're gonna put together. Kind of show you guys quickly everything in the box, and then I'll put it together and then get some poses on this guy. All right, so my first thoughts when I grabbed this figure is, wow, it is heavy. So I mean, I call it heavy for a reason, right? But just looking at the figure itself, the paint apps on it, I am very happy already. I know I got a long way to go, but just to take the plastic off. I'm glad that Hot Toys is making these plastic pieces a lot easier to take off. I know some of the earlier figures, I used to have a hard time taking the plastic off. But these are kind of just sliding right off, which I kind of like. Look at that detail on that, man. Gee, look at this right here. Wow. Yeah, this figure is looking great. So that's that for now. Let's take a look at the rest of the stuff. We have obviously his backpack or jetpack, and man, that thing's looking awesome. I mean, it's not just plain mustard as the color, but you have all this weathering here. So I'm hoping this goes on by magnet. It looks like it will. There's no clips and none of that, so it's probably going to be a magnet, which is great because I don't really do well with clipping backpacks on Hot Toys figures. As that Boba Fett figure in the back. I can't see it right now, but had a hard time with that one. And then here is his, wow, this thing is huge. Just his huge gun right here. And I guess this attaches to his backpack, his jetpack. So, this is good. It's light, which is good. So, because you want to be able to, put him in certain poses with this thing. So, really big. Impressive. And then obviously we're gonna get the base here, and actually yeah so this base here is kind of has like a little bit of a sandy base, and it doesn't have those footprint thing like most Hot Toys do. You want to have like those pre-printed footprints, and I really don't like those because I like to pose my Hot Toys figures the way I want to pose them, and sometimes it's hard to do that when you have the feet right here, and you want the legs to be over here. So it's really, those are kind of useless. This is nice. I like this base. I mean, nothing crazy, but nice texture to it, and it looks pretty good. So that's that. And then we have we have the stand where you can have them in the flight stand. So you have them. This one is going to be a little different from most Hot Toys figures. This one, so you can have them flying kind of in the air. So that's going to look awesome. And here's here is a clip. Yeah, so this is the clip that will go around his waist. So we'll probably struggle with that for a little bit, but don't worry about it. I'll edit that out because I don't want to bore you guys. We definitely will struggle with that. I struggle with a lot of these things, but they all turn out great. Then we have these extras here. So these are the extra. Let me get them out of the plastic so I can show you guys. So yeah, so this is, you know, change out hands, and you can see the detailing on all the hands here. And here's the different one here. Look at that. That looks pretty awesome. And then you have, I guess this is his knife. Yeah, look at that. Oh man. So yeah, we can pose him with his knife or sword, whatever you want to call that. And then these are his, like, his this goes on his backpack here. So that's if you want him in the flight mode. All right, so before we start doing the posing, let's take a look at his articulation. So, you know, I don't expect a lot from this figure articulation wise, because I mean, he's so big and heavy, but let's see, you know, maybe we'll be surprised. So, you know, first thing I want to do is look at the head, and you know, nothing crazy here. You have a single bowl right here. But what I like about this right here is actually, you know, when you get him into flight pose, you can tilt his head up a little bit. So that's looking pretty good. So some up and down movement, pretty good. And then here he is down, you know, I mean, obviously as far as you're going to go, but pretty good movement. In the head area. I'm really happy to see this right here. So I like that. And then, you know, the shoulders are going to be, I think we're going to have a hard time getting him, I don't know, so I don't want to break it, but there's some restrictions here. I hear a little clicking there, so not too bad. I guess you could probably get a little higher. Oh, here you go, got him. So, all right, well, look at that. That is actually pretty, you know, far than I thought you could go with this. So definitely nice, you know. And then you have his elbows here. Well, I guess I could do the same thing here. You know, when I spend all this money on a figure, I was sometimes get scared of, you know, breaking whatever. But look at that. So I mean, you probably get a little more, but then you got this armor in the way right here. So, or actually right here for the shoulders. I mean, you could probably manipulate a little more. And here you go. Yeah, there you go. I feel a little click right there. So definitely, I'm liking it. I'm liking the articulation on this. I'm actually surprised how good it is so far, you know. And then the waist area, well, I don't expect the waist area to do anything. So not much articulation in the waist, but obviously you have, I mean, there's so much armor here, and then you have this big bulky belt. He's not going to be doing any toe taps or whatever you want to say. Not bending over to pick up dog poop. So that's my job. And then the knee area here. So again, yeah, got some restriction over here. But all in all, I mean, I like the articulation. I'm actually surprised I got to take the plastic off this one over here. I'll do that off camera. But the feet, definitely pretty good. Man, I'm really loving this figure. It's really well made. So I'm going to take this plastic off, and I'm going to get him in a few poses. So stick around for that, guys. All right, guys, before we do the poses, I'm back. No, I didn't break anything. Just wanted to go over the jetpack again. I said it looked like it was gone with magnets, but it's not. It actually is a clip back here. There's like 2 holes, and it clips on very easy, and it stays on sturdy. So not like those hooks on the Boba Fett jetpack, but it's not magnet like I thought it would be. But actually, it's very easy to put on. So if I can do it, anyone can do it. All right, guys, so I'm going to leave the camera right here and show this beautiful piece instead of my face. So my final thoughts on this figure, it looks amazing. Not only the size of it, but the detailing, the paint apps, everything about this figure looks fabulous. It has great shelf presence. It's huge, it's heavy. The only problem for me was getting to figure the pose. I did have some issues with it. Articulation's actually pretty good for a big figure, but I did have a hard time to get him to grip his weapon and kind of keep it in the pose that I wanted to. I also had a little bit of a hard time getting him in the flight pose, but I was able to do that with a little patience. So yeah, definitely had the figure tip over a few times because it's definitely, like I said, a very heavy figure. Another cool feature here is that you could stick his knife in his armor right here if you're not using the knife pose. So not sure how I'm going to pose this figure. I do like it like this, but I'm not really sure. I might just have him in the second pose that I showed you guys, where he's just kind of standing there with his weapon. So anyway, guys, very impressed with this figure. I mean, it's going to be a great year for Hot Toys. I feel it. We have Ahsoka coming up at the end of the year, but we also have Captain Rex that should be coming in a month or so. So looking forward to that figure. All right, guys, so before I go, I just wanted to mention we're going to be doing a lot more 1/6 scale action figures and collectibles on this channel. Not just Hot Toys, but we'll be covering some of the Sideshow pieces as well. So if you guys like that content and you have not subscribed yet, please make sure you subscribe. I definitely appreciate it. So anyway, I hope everyone's having a great week, and for now, go get yourself some action figures.